Let me see. Are we in focus? Are we in focus? Are we in focus? I think so. All right. It looks like it's in focus. Let me check my audio real quick. Check my audio real quick. Okay, I think we're good. Yeah, so we don't have duplicates. Okay. Looks like everything is doing what it's supposed to do. Good, good. I like it. Oh, let me charge my computer so we don't go dead. All right. I think we got everything as it's supposed to be. Hey, friend. I was just making sure I had my laptop charged. My focus was focusing, and I got my notes so I don't forget anything. What's going on, Miss Wilma? Happy Thursday. Did you cook today? Did you cook today, ma'am? That's all I want to know. What was on the menu? What was on the menu? Okay. We are going to go ahead and get started. For those of you that are on here, thank you so much. Oh, you just got off the live? Okay. For those of you that are on, thank you so much for joining. Welcome to tonight's live Q&A. Tonight we are talking about scalp health 101. All right. We are talking about fixing dryness or dealing with dryness, itching, and slow growth issues. And if any of that is familiar to you, then you are going to get some answers that you need tonight. It's also an open chat. So if you have questions, please put them in the comments. Ms. Wilma, if you would so kindly be sure to moderate while you're on here. If you have to drop off, that's fine. Just let me know so I can get, in case I need to get someone else to moderate. And for those of you that are watching the replay, or those of you that do not know me that may be watching now, my name is Kendra. I'm the founder of 180 Hair, and I am excited to dive into this topic tonight. And again, for those of you that do not know what I do, I help Black women over 40 regain their hair health and confidence with natural, holistic solutions, products, and tips. Okay. So again, tonight we're focusing on scalp health because we all know that I always say over and over and over, your scalp is a foundation for healthy hair growth. So we always got conversation around that topic. Okay. So quickly, the format will be, I'll start off by going over a few things that I wanted to talk about. But while I'm talking, feel free to put questions in the chat. I will be checking the chat periodically. And as you come in, let me know where you're watching from. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Okay. We are going to try to start doing this on Thursdays again. Okay. I think next Thursday, I'm going to try to multi stream, which means I'm probably going to try to stream YouTube and Facebook to catch some of my Facebook community and bring them over to this side, or just, so they get the information on that side as well. Okay. So Miss Wilma says I cooked fried catfish top of the stove. Okay. All right. All right. All right. All right. Yes, everyone that comes in, please like, subscribe, and be respectful. That is all we ask. Like, subscribe, be respectful. You can ask any question that you want to ask. I will do my best to answer it. If I cannot get the answer, I will come back to this video and respond to your question. Okay? Yes, ma'am. You got it. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started. As people come in, we will greet them and keep moving forward. I do have some questions that I had been asked during the week from people that commented on other videos that I posted. I will answer those or kind of go through those at the end if we have time. But yes, let's get started. So first thing I want to talk about is dryness and flakes. Okay, so that's one issue that I know people with poor scalp health deal with: dryness and flakes. All right, that's one of the most common things that I see when people talk about scalp health. Their scalp is dry and they have flakes. Okay, a difference between dandruff and flakes. So the tight, itchy feeling. All right, when your scalp feels tight and it feels itchy, that's dryness. That's flakes, or that's an itchy scalp. Okay. And chances are, if those are your symptoms, if those are the issues or your concerns, chances are you need more moisture. Okay. Now, this can happen for a variety of reasons. A variety of reasons. Overwashing. Sometimes we wash our hair too much. Okay. We wash our hair too much. Harsh products and even the weather can strip your hair of natural oils. Okay. So one thing I wanted to mention really quick, since we are moving into the fall and winter months, this is the perfect time to start looking at the products that you use and think about changing up your hair routine or your hair care products, especially if you are someone that deals with dry hair or dry scalp. Okay. So again, as we move into the fall and winter months, the colder months can seriously strip your scalp and hair of natural oils. When the temperature drops outside and then we have the dry heat inside. Okay. So it's cold outside and we come from outside, we want to get warm. And usually in our house, it's dry heat. Okay. This can cause your scalp to lose moisture and lead to more dryness, flakes, and itching. All right. And this makes it harder for your scalp to retain natural oils. The natural oils that your scalp produces is essential for maintaining healthy hair. Okay. And so without that moisture barrier, your scalp can become irritated and dry and lead to flakes and all of those things. And then your hair can even start to look and feel brittle. So it's important to give your scalp some extra attention during the colder months. So if you are someone that deals with a lot of itching, dryness naturally anyway, when it gets colder, it's probably going to get worse. All right. So a couple of solutions that we have over at the 180 Hair Collection are, of course, the balm hair and scalp treatment. So we have two forms of that. We have the liquid version and the solid version. Okay, we got two versions of the balm. And what that does, it helps to lock in the hydration. So when you hydrate, you always have to lock in the hydration with some type of oil to create the moisture balance that you need. Okay, so our products, or the hair and scalp treatment, are packed with ingredients like coconut oil, that locks in hydration and it helps to soothe dryness. So coconut oil is great for scalp health. Even if you just use coconut oil by itself, you're good to go. Okay. And then of course your regular scalp massages, those things can help make a big difference. Okay. Um, so if you are dealing with dry scalp, let me know in the chat. Ms. Wilma, I know that you do deal with dry hair from time to time. I don't know if for you it gets worse during, as the weather changes, but those are some things you can do. So you can use your spray and go conditioning mist. This is good to use, but you must seal with an oil. So you definitely need something to seal that hydration in. And that's where an oil or, something like the balm will help. Okay. Before we move on to the second topic, I got the last comment pin. Looking right. Thank you, friend. I used my liquid balm last night. Love the smell and how it feels on my scalp. Good, 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 good. Yes. Thank you so much. Okay. So we are moving right along, friend. Moving right along to topic 2. So itching and irritation. So the first thing we talked about was dryness and flakes. Okay. The second thing is going to be itching and irritation. This can be very frustrating no matter how much you wash your hair or what products you use. Sometimes the itching just doesn't stop. Okay. There are a lot of people out there with an itchy scalp that they cannot get to the bottom of. Like no matter what they use or what they do, the scalp is itching. I am one of those people. Okay. I always have had a very itchy scalp. Now I wouldn't say it's irritated. It's just naturally my scalp just itches. And I'm pretty sure that it may have something to do with what I'm about to talk about next, which the cause could be an imbalance of your scalp's bacteria. Okay, so you know that on your scalp and your skin, we have our microbiome, and that's just the good and bad bacteria that naturally live on our hair and scalp that protect us, keep us protected, okay, in a nutshell. This bacteria and microorganisms, these all work together to maintain a healthy balance on our skin and as well as on our scalp, okay? Now, when everything is working as it should, it protects us against the bad bacteria. It protects us against the fungus and the irritation, okay? But when things happen, like we use harsh hair products, environmental stressors, pollution in the air, poor diet, all of these things can disrupt the balance. Okay. These will lead to the scalp issues, like I mentioned, itching, and then there's dandruff and even hair loss. Okay. So keeping your scalp balanced and healthy is key to promote a thriving environment. We always want to make sure we're doing that. That's why I'm always talking about the importance of scalp health. Okay. And then using natural ingredients is always going to help promote that health on your scalp. Okay. It's going to make a big difference along with keeping your diet balanced. And we'll get to that in a second. Okay. The balm also is going to be good for this type of issue because it contains all the natural ingredients that it has are there for a purpose. Okay. So I didn't just pick ingredients and decide, let me use this. Let me use this. No, everything that's in the products are there for a purpose. So that gets me to fenugreek. So the balm, both versions have fenugreek. Okay. Fenugreek is great to fight off bacteria and fungus and help restore balance and irritation. Okay. So just remember that. So if you are dealing with itching and irritation, the balm can help with that. So speaking of the balm, right now, only the liquid is in stock. The solid version will be back in stock in November. Okay, this is the one that everybody has been waiting on to get their hands on. It will be back in stock November. I just checked my herbal blend this morning. So I have these big containers that have all the herbs and oils that are infusing. And I just checked everything this morning. You have to every so many days shake it, make sure the herbs are moving around, and everything is doing what it's supposed to do. So I just checked it this morning, and we are still on track to be ready by November. Okay. All right. So if you are struggling with scalp irritation, let me know in the comments. And if there is anything that you have tried or you are willing to try or want to try, let me know. Let me look through the comments real quick. Zulma says, I never had an itchy scalp, but when it does start itching, then with my locks, it's time for a wash. Yes. Because sometimes that product buildup on your scalp can cause irritation. So if you're using oils on your scalp, chances are it's drawing things into your scalp, making your scalp dirty. You got your dead skin cells, you got, again, pollution or things that are in the air that get pulled in, drawn into your scalp. All of those things can cause irritation or itching. Okay. So yes, that does mean it's time to cleanse the scalp. And also remember, y'all, if y'all don't have time to do a full cleanse, like you don't have time to completely wash your scalp, that's fine. You can do apple cider vinegar. You can do tea tree oil. Okay, I have videos on that, on how to cleanse your scalp without using water, without using shampoo. I'm sorry. So if you are in a pinch and you're like, hey, my scalp is itching, I don't really have time right now, so let me just get this ACV, or let me get some lemon juice, or let me get some tea tree oil, that will help to remove the dirt and bacteria from your scalp. And the apple cider vinegar helps to balance the pH of your scalp. So that's probably one of the best things to use to cleanse your scalp when you don't have time to do a full shampoo. Hey, Miss Cynthia, thank you so much for being here. What are you up to today? Miss Cynthia, what are you doing? This is just a really laid back live. We're just talking about scalp health as usual. If you have any questions, Miss Cynthia, please let us know. If not, just make sure you hit that like button, please. I know you already subscribed. Okay. So we talked about two things regarding the scalp so far. We talked about dryness and flakes. We talked about itching and irritation. And then last but not least, we want to talk about stalled hair growth. Okay. What is stalled hair growth? It feels like your hair has been stuck at the same length. Like it's looking like, wait, my hair is just not growing. It's been this length for a long time. What's going on? Or if you have noticed thinning, bald patches, these are signs that your scalp is not getting the nutrients that it needs. That's one reason that you might be experiencing that, is because your scalp is not getting what it needs. So slow growth can be related to poor scalp health, of course, and then blocked follicles or dormant hair follicles, which means that you got follicles that are just not producing hair anymore. Okay, for some reason, you got follicles that are no longer producing hair and they need a boost to get back into action. Okay, dormant hair follicles have entered the resting phase. So remember, your hair goes through these hair growth cycle: the growth phase, the resting phase, the shedding phase. All right. So sometimes your follicles enter the resting phase and they stay in that phase longer than it should. Okay. Now it could be because of hormonal imbalances. As we get older, we know that hormones get imbalanced. Stress, again, poor scalp health. If you've had damage that you have just not dealt with, There's a number of things, but these are just a few that can cause your follicles to go dormant. This can also cause thinning. So you may not be losing hair, but the actual hair shaft itself is getting thinner. Again, you may be noticing bald spots and things like that. So dormant hair follicles can often be woken up. All right, we can wake them up and re-stimulate them to re-enter into the growth phase. All right, but you need to have the right ingredients and the right care and attention. Okay, so there's things that you can do. Now, in the balm, of course, in the balm, there's ingredients that help with that. Hibiscus is one natural herb. It's one of my favorites that help to block or help to re-stimulate or increase blood flow to the scalp. So hibiscus is in the balm. It also has pumpkin seed oil, which is rich in nutrients that acts like a DHT blocker. Okay. That helps prevent further thinning and encouraging your follicles to start to grow again. So those are just two ingredients that help with to re-stimulate your follicles and get them to start producing hair again. So if you nourish your scalp regularly with the right ingredients and do the things like scalp massages, of course, drinking your water, making sure you're having or eating a moderately or modestly healthy diet, this is going to promote a scalp environment that helps to keep your hair growing strong in the way it should, even in the areas where you thought your hair could not ever grow again. Okay? So if you've been struggling with thinning hairs or bald patches or, things like that, you can try to get your follicles, your dormant follicles, re-stimulated. You can do targeted treatments if you have a specific area. Usually this is like a specific area in your scalp where you see that the hair has either fallen out or you're bald in these areas or it's thinner in specific areas. It could just be that the follicles have gone to sleep and they need to be woken up. Okay. So if you have been trying to grow your hair and you're struggling, let me know in the comments if you have ever or are currently dealing with this issue. Cynthia says, sorry, I'm late. Oh, no problem. You are not late. You are right on time. Come in and say hello. I love hibiscus. Yes, I have a hibiscus. I always have hibiscus in my garden or on my porch. I have a big hibiscus flower on my front porch, and it was so pretty. And I thought it was done blooming, but in the last couple of weeks, every day I go outside, it's like one flower. It's like one flower still, it's still blooming. So I love it. I love hibiscus. But when it was like summertime, right at the peak season of all the blooms, it was so pretty. And I tell you, you have to dang near water that thing twice a day. For whatever reason, it likes a lot of water. A lot of water. But anyway, I digress. Ms. Wilma says, my hair has always grown slowly. So yes, hair growth and the rate at which your hair grows is genetic. Okay? It is genetic. Your hair texture is genetic. A lot of times, the older we get, the slower that growth cycle goes. So remember, your hair grows in cycles. You have your growth phase, shedding phase, resting phase. Like I said, the growth phase is the longest, supposed to be the longest. The growth phase can be from 2 up to 10 years for some people. So for some people, their hair is in that growth phase for 10 years, and the hair can grow up to a half an inch per month. That is a lot of hair. Okay. Typically, as we get older, that slows down significantly. It also can slow down because of stress. It also can slow down because of poor nutrition, not getting, nutrients to the follicles. All of these things can affect how long our hair is in the growth phase. But like you said, Ms. Wilma, if your hair has always grown slowly, that just means that you have a shorter growth phase. Okay. You just have a shorter growth phase than most people. And that's usually that's that's common, I think. For me, that's not scientifically proven. I'm just saying in my experience I've seen that that's common for a lot of Black people. Now, I have sisters that all of my sisters, I have three sisters. We all have different textures, okay? One of my sisters has like a 3A texture, and we both Black on both sides, okay? I probably have the kinkiest texture. Then I have a sister that has probably like a 4A texture, but her hair is on the thinner side. And then I have another sister that probably has like a 4. She probably has like a 4A, 4B. I got the 4C. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But no, we all have different textures. And anyway, what I was going to say is one of my sisters, her hair grows, her hair growth cycle lasts a long time. Okay. Because she did the big chop one year, and I think in like 3 years, her hair was like past her shoulders. So yeah, her hair growth cycle lasts a long time. And sometimes I notice that, older women in their 60s and 70s still have long, beautiful hair. I mean, it just depends on so many things, but genetics is usually at the top. It's usually genetic. This woman says, my sister and I have different textures as well. Yes, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Okay, we got 5 people on. If you are watching, come in and say hello. Let us know where you're watching from. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe if you are new. I appreciate everybody that's on, everybody that's watching. For those of you that may not know me, my name is Kendra, and I help women over 40 to regrow their hair with natural, holistic solutions and tips and products. Okay. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel if this is something that you are interested in learning more about. Because as you know, as we get older, our hair changes, our hair growth cycle changes significantly. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and start the Q&A. I'm going to go ahead and start the Q&A. Now, there are some questions I'm going to answer. I'm going to go ahead and answer, let me see, some questions that I pulled from some previous videos that I have. Okay. Let me see. Let me try to, I did not sort these, so they are not in any order. And the way I'm going to say them probably don't make no sense, but I'm just going to say how they wrote the questions, or how they made the comment. So somebody said, if you continually wear protective styles for months at a time, your scalp gets dirty. Yes, and that comment was in response to, I think, a short or video that I had made about keeping your scalp clean. So yes, if you wear protective styles, and when we talk about protective styles, I'm talking about braids. Okay, let's say braids or sew-ins or things like that. So when we're talking about wearing protective styles for months at a time, yes, your scalp is going to get dirty. But here's what you do. You keep it clean. You use your ACV, you use your tea tree oil, you use a wet rag, you wipe through your scalp. Like, there is things that you can do. If you don't want to fully wash or, shampoo your scalp, you can still keep your scalp somewhat clean and balanced. Okay, make sure you have a leave-in conditioning spray or some type of hydrating spray to use while you're wearing your protective style, and you don't have to worry about it. And then the thing is, we want to make sure to keep your hair moisturized and hydrated when you're wearing braids, because when you take them down and like you have that buildup, and you have to comb through that, and you end up combing out so much of your hair because it's really, really dry and crusty. To prevent the dryness and the crustiness, keep your hair hydrated, keep your scalp clean. Okay, just remember that, because your scalp will get dirty if you do not wash it. It doesn't matter if you're wearing a protective style or not. If you do not cleanse your scalp for months at a time, it will be dirty. And especially if you're using products, it's going to be dirty. Okay. So that was a question somebody had, or a comment somebody had made in a previous video. Let's see. Miss Wilma says, 5 people in the live come in. Yes, 5 people in the live, come on in and say hello and hit the like button. Even if you don't want to say anything, you just want to watch, hit the like button, please. Hit the like button. Okay? Make sure you are hitting that like button. This one said, are you originally from Texas? Yes, I am originally born and bred right here in the dirty South, ma'am. Yes. Yes, I am from the South. From Texas. And most of my family is still here. I do also have family in Louisiana. I have family in New York. I have family in California. I have family in Washington, D.C. area. Where else? That's pretty much it. Yeah. Miss Cynthia's from Lake Charles, Louisiana. We probably got some cousins. We probably got some Miss Cynthia. We probably got some cousins the same. We might be some long distance cousins, because I have family in Louisiana, um, all over Louisiana, mostly situated in around Lake Providence, which is like a small little country town in Louisiana, but they are in other places as well, like Monroe, Shreveport. I don't know where my family is in Lake Charles, but I'm sure we got some. We might be cousins, Miss Cynthia. uh Is that Talita Williams? Hello, hello. Thank you so much for joining. We are glad you are here. We are just doing a live about scalp health. I talked a little bit about dandruff and flakes and irritation and itching. We talked about slow growth. And so now we are just chit-chatting it up. And if you have hair growth or hair scalp health questions, you can put those in the chat, and I will be more than happy to answer. And right now we're just talking about where everybody is from. Okay? We are just talking about where everybody is from. So typically on these lives, I'll get it started with a topic, and then it just goes from there. We don't have to talk about scalp health the whole time. I talk about scalp and hair health all day because that's just what I do. But, we can talk about whatever. Okay. This woman said, Cynthia, I had a friend that used to live in Lake Charles. Cynthia have brothers in Texas. Okay. Okay. So yeah, you got brothers in Texas. We definitely related. We cousins. It's official. It's official, Miss Cynthia. We're cousins. I don't know how, but we are. Yes, Miss Wilma is in Oklahoma. Miss Talita, where are you from? Where are you watching from? R.B. Phillips Homes in a hole. Are those cities? I'm guessing those are cities. She said, hey, cuz. Okay, she's from Jamaica. Welcome. Welcome to Jamaica. All right. I love it. Thank you again for being here. Jamaica is in the house. Lake Charles and Oklahoma. Yes, we love it. Okay, let's see what else is in my notes. Okay. So somebody said they are taking medications and they are not seeing their hair growing, and they are seeing thinning edges. Okay. Because of medications. They didn't say what medications. So they're saying they're working on a new hair regimen that seems to be helping. She says she's 50 years old. She was also stressing a lot, but willing to give my hair tips a try. So, medications, yes, that is one thing that can cause hair loss, that can cause stalled hair growth, they can mess with your hair growth cycle. Um, I'm not a medical professional, so I don't like to speak a lot about medications that cause hair loss, but I do know that that is real because it has happened to me. Okay. So it's not really a whole lot that you can do because if you need to take your medication, of course, it's going to be more important than worrying about your hair growing. I know to some people that is an issue, and I understand that. Um, but there is always a natural option. I'll just say that. There's always a natural option to every medication or every health issue. So it's just up to you what you decide to do. Um, she says she's 50. That's another thing. Once we get past a certain age, our hormones change, things in our body changes. So she's got two things working against her. She's got medication and she's over 50 or she, reached the 50 mark. And then she says stress. So that's three things working against her hair growth. Okay. That is a lot of issues. Okay. And, sometimes all you can do is work with what you have, work with what you have. And if you still have hair on your head, all you can do is make sure that what you have, you are keeping it healthy. So if you are on medications and you are stressing, one of the best things you can do is make sure you are eating healthy. Okay. Make sure you are pumping your body with nutrients. All right. Drinking lots of water and getting lots of exercise, before you even think about using a product. Nutrition and exercise are going to be, or in hydration are going to be the best thing you can do for your body regardless, but especially if you have these things working against you. All right. And then stress, it's easy to tell somebody, oh, don't stress, relax, do yoga, do this. But that's not always that easy. Sometimes we just got to stress. Sometimes the stress wins, honey. And I can give you some tips, but at the end of the day, I don't know what your issues are, and I'm not a psychiatrist or a psychologist. I'm not a therapist, but I understand how these things can affect your hair and body health. So, you know, um, oh, that's the names of some family. Okay, I got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Yeah, none of those names sound familiar, but it don't matter. We already decided we cousins. That's it. We don't know. I don't know names. I just know we cousins. Okay. When I was pregnant, everything grew long. Yes. So that is very true. When you are with child, your hair does grow very long. Your hair gets very thick because your body starts producing. Um, sorry, y'all, I got off track. Hold on, I'm sorry. 1 second. My thing kind of cut off. Okay, there we go. Um, yes. Sorry, Miss Wilma. Your hair does grow longer when you're pregnant because um your estrogen, I'm sorry, your estrogen increases, which is uh the boost that you see in your hair growth is due to your estrogen. All right. Um During this phase, it's the growth phase of your hair is prolonged when you get pregnant. Okay. So your hair stays in the growth phase longer and enters the shedding phase, it is not as long. So the shedding phase is shorter, the growth phase is longer. That's why women see a lot of healthy hair growth when they get pregnant because you got this boost of estrogen, which boosts your hair growth. Okay. And that's also why a lot of times after that baby is born, your hair goes back to what it was, or even people experience postpartum hair loss. Okay. That's when your estrogen levels drop back to normal. That hair that was in that prolonged growth phase, you had all that long, beautiful, pretty hair while you was pregnant, it sheds all at once sometimes. Okay. And that can be like, you know, it can mess you up. Like, why is all my hair falling out? It is normal. It's just that everything, all of the hormones that your body had produced to, nurture and take care of your baby is now dropping back to normal. So that means you don't always get to keep that beautiful long hair that you had, that in most cases. Okay. And then it's usually temporary. So once you lose that hair, your cycle gets back to normal and then you're fine. So yes, everything grows long when you're pregnant. All the hairs sometimes. Sometimes all the hairs grow long, girl. I don't know. So if you want an extra hair boost, get pregnant. If you're losing hair and you want to get an extra hair boost, girl, have you a baby. I don't know. That seems to work. Have you a little baby. I don't know what you're going to do with the baby afterwards, but, just have you a little baby. And get your hair growing. Okay, so we got one more. I have one more question. I don't see any questions in the comments yet, but I do still have another hair question or hair comment. So somebody said, my hair is fine and thin. And she says, talking about stress, I got 5 kids. And she asked, what kind of foods are healthy for your hair and hormones? Okay. And so I gave her a list of things, and these foods are also in the emergency hair care planner in the nutrition section. And, of course, pumpkin seeds are going to be great. Your fatty fish, salmon is going to be great. Leafy greens, spinach and kale. Those have your magnesium and your iron. This helps to strengthen your hair. Of course, you need your berries. I stopped at the store. Fun fact, I stopped at the store before this live because I wanted a bowl of berries. I wanted strawberries. I wanted blueberries, blackberries. And I think I was going to try to find some star fruit. They didn't have not one berry at the store I went to. I was like, where's the strawberries? Is it not strawberry season? Like, I don't know. I know certain foods you're only supposed to eat during certain seasons. Okay. You all do know that, right? Do y'all know that certain fruits and vegetables you are only supposed to eat when it's the season to eat them? Even if the grocery store has them in the store, if it's not the season for that fruit, you should not be eating it. Okay? So, I don't even know if the strawberries is in season right now. I have a chart, and I was actually going to provide that as a download for free so that y'all would know when to eat things or when to eat foods. But y'all let me know if that's something y'all be interested in. It'll be just a free download, and you'll know like what time of year you should be eating what foods. I think that's important. I think that's very important to know. But yes, fruits are so expensive, but I wasn't even worried about the price. Not that I just wanted some berries. And I have frozen berries, but I wanted to come home, cleanse my fruit, cut it up really nice, refrigerator it, chill it. And then by the time it was on the live, I wanted to have some fruit to munch on. But yeah, they killed that vibe. But yes, fruits are expensive. I usually only buy fruits that are on sale. I was trying to buy my kids a bag of grapes, and I think it was like 2 pounds of grapes was over $10 when we got to the register. I said, nah, y'all put them back. Because my kids eat grapes like Skittles. Them $10 would have been gone before we made it to the house. If I would have, so I'm like, nah, we'll just put them back and get some apples. You can get a lot more apples for $10 than you can get grapes. Okay. So yes, it's expensive. It's wild out here. It's wild. But yes, make sure you are also having your nuts along with your berries and your fruits. You want your vitamin C, you want the zinc, you want the magnesium. Eggs have a lot of biotin. So if you are worried about biotin and you like eggs, eat more eggs, honey. You don't need to go buy no biotin pills. Okay. Avocados are great. Those are healthy fats. They also help to balance your hormones. So if you are at that age or you're dealing with that change, avocados are great. Okay. And then, of course, as always, don't forget to stay hydrated because dehydration can also throw everything off. Okay. I was in my store today and they was stocked with fruits. Yeah, share the chart. Okay. I will do that. I have it. I've been having it for a while and I was trying to figure out what to do with it. But I think that would be a good tool that y'all can just have for free. And you can keep it on your phone. That way when you go in the store, you know what month we're in, you know what fruits to look. This is all I can eat. These are fruits and vegetables I can eat because a lot of these fruits and vegetables are grown overseas and shipped here. And I always say the best place to buy your fruits and vegetables is at your local farmer's market. Because by the time that stuff ships from China on the ship or however it gets here, it's lost a lot of its nutritional value. So if you got some peaches or some oranges that came from China, they probably ain't worth nothing nutritionally. Okay. Because that stuff, you have to eat. The quicker you can eat your fruits and vegetables from the time they were picked, the better. So the best thing to do out of all is to grow your own. We know that, right? But that's not possible for everybody. So I would say always farmers market if you can. If you know that your local store is sourcing their fruits and vegetables locally, that's great. I know there's a Kroger grocery store near me that does have some of their fruits that they will say locally sourced. Of course, you always want to shoot for organic, and a lot of different fruits and vegetables. You want to go organic to avoid all of the pesticides and chemicals and yada yada yada. And then if you can't, because fruit is already expensive, organic is going to be even more expensive. So one thing you can do is just make sure you are properly cleansing your fruits and vegetables before you eat them. Okay. So that's another thing we can do. All of these things are helpful to our body, which further helps our hair and scalp. Okay. Because remember, your hair needs proper nutrients to grow healthy and strong. And the older we get, the more important that is. And it doesn't matter how you wear your hair, what you style it, how you style it. The foundation is going to be your scalp health. And at the foundation of your scalp is your follicles. Okay, that's where all the magic happens. That's where all the magic happens. That's why I will forever talk about scalp health. You don't have to buy one product from the 180 collection. I would love and appreciate if you did because I know that everything in these products is specifically formulated for hair and scalp health. But if you're buying these products and you're not doing anything else, it's going to take a while to see results. Okay. So you have to be doing those other things. You have to. Yes, those products do work. But if you want to see faster results, you're going to have to put in a little extra work. Okay. A little extra work. All right. If y'all have not hit that like button, please, please, please do so. If you have not subscribed, why don't you join us over here? We are going to be doing this a lot more often. I think these lives are fun. I really enjoy doing the open topics or doing the topic, going over my little information and then just talking about whatever, talking about stuff that affects hair health or not, you know. I will let you all guide that conversation from time to time. Okay. Let me see. I don't see the like button. So up at the top, you should see up at the top, if you click, see, mine is saying top messages. Hold on. Miss Wilma, where's the like button? Because I don't see it on my now. When I'm looking at somebody else's live, I see it, but I'm doing it from a different device. I mean, I'm doing it from my phone, but I'm logged in under my account, so it's not letting me like. So Miss Wilma, where should she go? Because it's probably going to look different for. Anyway, we'll get it. We'll help you out, Miss Cynthia. We'll help you out, cuz. We'll help you out, cuz. I know usually it's up at the top left. Okay, so yeah, you hit the X and then you hit like, okay, there you go. There you go. We got it. Okay. All right. Okay, y'all, what else? What else? What else? What else? I'm showing we got 4 people watching, which is great. Thank you all so much for still hanging in there. Thank you so much. So let me know what y'all like to. Let's talk about some. Let's talk about some stuff unrelated to hair health. Okay, let's take the pressure off. Y'all tell me what your favorite snack is. Your favorite guilty pleasure snack. What is, I'll tell y'all what mine is. Okay, Cheesecake Factory. Cheesecake Factory makes a key lime cheesecake. Girl, it's probably 12,000 calories, but that is my favorite dessert. That is my favorite guilty pleasure. And I have the nerve to have it door dashed. So it's already like $11 if I go pick it up. It's $11 for a slice, which is ridiculous. I know, because it's not even a big slice. But if I get it door dashed, then I got to pay the delivery and then I got to pay a tip. So I end up paying $20 for an $11 slice of cheesecake. But when I tell you that it's worth it to me, it's worth it. It's worth it, girl. It is worth it. Anything key lime, it could be a key lime cookie, it could be a key lime cake, anything key lime drink. If it's on key lime on the menu, I'm gonna order it. So just know that about me. Anything key lime, I love it. Key lime pie, key lime cheesecake, I'm on it. Um, a Heath bar. Are you saying Heath bar, Ms. Wilbur? Uh, Alita says banana cake. Okay, I have never had banana cake, but I do love bananas and I do like cake. So I think I think that would be awesome. Yes, that is my favorite thing. Anything key lime, but especially the key lime cheesecake at Cheesecake Factory. Girl. Let's see. What else? What else? What else? What else? So here's another fun question. Let's add some of these fun questions. If you could only listen to one song for the rest of your life, what would it be? For me, for me, it would be anything by probably Mary J. Blige. Mary J. Blige, early Mary J. Blige. Early. Like one of the first three albums, not the new stuff. I don't like the new Mary J. Blige. She talked too much in her new songs. I like Mary J. Blige when she was before she was healed. It's horrible to say, but I like Mary J. Blige before she woke up to, when she was really making hits. So yeah, any one of those first three albums, any song off of those albums, I'll take it. Okay, that's my favorite. She's my favorite artist. So even if you don't have one song, what would be the artist that you could listen to for the rest of the year? For the rest of the year, we only got 3 months left. For the rest of the year, what artist, who would you listen to just nonstop? For me, it would definitely be Mary J. Blige. Definitely. Miss Wilma says Isley Brothers. Okay. All right, Isley Brothers. I like the Isley Brothers too. Oh, Ron, he looks good with his salt and pepper. It's mostly salt, but he cut his hair and got that nice little beard thing working. I like it. I'm here for it. I am here for it. CC Winans. Okay. All right, CC Winans. Miss Cynthia, you like gospel music, I take it. Are you listening to gospel music mostly? Okay. What else? Let me see. So who on here are you? So are y'all like early birds or night owls? Do y'all get up early or do y'all stay up late? Get up early or stay up late. I'm definitely an early bird. Like it's almost 9 o'clock. Listen, I'm about ready to get into bed. I may stay up late, once a week if I'm doing something or if I'm out or hanging out, if I know ahead of time. But y'all, look, I'm in the bed. I'm in the bed. I'm ready for bed after this live is over. I am definitely an early morning person. I did not always used to be. When I was in my like late 20s, early 30s, I hated the mornings. I hated it. I hated getting up early. But now I love it. The earlier I can get up, the better I feel. So if I can get up ideally, I like to get up around 5:30. Sometimes it don't happen, but when it does, I feel like I get so much more done. Usually I'm up by 6 though. So that 30 minutes for me really does make a big difference. I don't know why, but it does. So Miss Cynthia said I go to bed early and get up early. Yes. Same here. I like to be in bed in the bed, Cynthia, by 9:30. Sleep probably by 10, which I know for some people that's late, but I want to be up by 6. If I'm not out the bed by 6, something ain't right. And that includes weekends. Because I get up and go to the gym first thing in the morning. And so I'm usually at the gym an hour. And when I come back home, I still want to feel like it's early. Like I still want it to be like around 7:30, 8 o'clock, you know? So yeah. Um, Talita says early morning. Yeah, so we got a lot of early birds on here. Ms. Williams said, if I go to sleep at 2 in the morning, I'm up at 6. Girl, in my dreams. If I go to bed at 2 o'clock in the morning, no ma'am. Y'all won't see me till I have to have 8 hours of sleep. I always have had to have, except when I was really young, I have to have 8 hours of sleep. I don't know. I've tried the only sleeping for 5, 6 hours. Mm-mm. I gotta have 8 at least. And the more the better. So I go to bed so early. But yeah, I gotta have my 8. You said telling me you sleeping for 4 hours and you can still function? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Mm-mm. So does anybody have any favorite TV shows? Which I'll be watching. Tell me what y'all like to watch on TV. This woman said I never had to have 8 hours. Well, girl, good for you, because I am not about that life. I am not. And my son is like me too. My son goes to bed really early. He's only 9. He goes to bed early and he is up before me sometimes. I'll hear him up moving around. I'm like, son, are you okay? And you're like, yeah, I'm up. Are you cooking breakfast? That's all he care about. When is the breakfast gonna be ready? But yeah, what's some of y'all favorite TV shows? I don't get to watch a whole lot of TV. But when I do, I like watching old TV shows like I Love Lucy or I like to watch movies. So I don't really have like a TV show that I just have to watch. There are a few series like on Hulu, I think, that when they start a new series, I binge watch it, and then I really don't watch TV like that. I'm mostly creating content or studying something or reading or doing something with the kids, whatever. This woman says, I watch the judges. Okay. I think I've seen a commercial for the judges. They are so hilarious. Yeah. I think I've seen that. What else do y'all be watching? Or what's something I should watch? Any good movies? I swear I take more time trying to find something to watch than I actually watch something. Because usually by the time I find something to watch, I don't even really sit to watch the whole thing. And Cynthia says, I used to like Lifetime, but it's getting bad. Really? What do you mean by getting bad? It's a lot of Lifetime stuff on Amazon Prime. So if I watch any Lifetime, it's on Prime. It's on Prime if I'm watching Lifetime. Because they got a lot of stuff over there. But what do you mean it's getting bad? Like, I've always felt like all the Lifetime movies are so predictable. Like you already know what's gonna happen. You already know the storyline. So it's always somebody crazy, a crazy lady, a stalker lady, a killer lady, an abusive husband, a lady trying to leave her husband. It's always like these same storylines. So I don't know. This woman says I watch some Netflix. Okay, I don't have a Netflix account. I use my sister sometimes, but I refuse to pay for Netflix. I just do. I have Hulu only because I'm paying like $1.99. I got Prime only because I have Amazon Prime and it comes with it. I have Paramount, I think because it was like 99 cents a month. And then I have there's something else. Max. And the only reason I have Max is because it's free with my phone plan. I just don't like paying for TV. I don't know. I feel like that's crazy. So I will not have a Netflix account unless somebody lets me jump on their account. And I don't know. I just don't feel like I should be paying more than like $2 a month for a streaming service. So that's why I don't have a lot. And all of the ones I have are cheap. Lifetime will have Christmas. Oh, Christmas movies is probably already on, Miss Wilma. Christmas movies is probably already on Lifetime, ma'am. Yes, the Fire Stick. Yes, we do have a Fire Stick. We have a few Fire Sticks here. But most of the streaming services we watch are the ones that's free. I don't know. So let's talk about stress real quick. What do y'all do when you're stressed? Cable is a ripoff. Yes, cable is definitely a ripoff. So we talk a lot about stress when it comes to hair health or hair loss because it is really a big factor. And it seems like the older we get, of course, the further along we get in life, the more things that are happening, the more stressful we become. So when you are stressed, what is it that you do to help to relieve your stress? Let's talk about that really quickly. So one thing I do for sure is exercise. That's one thing I do to help with stress is exercise. And I usually do go for a walk or a run a couple times a week. That helps just to get outside. Being outside, y'all, is so important. I'm telling you, do that as much as you can. Be outside. Whether you're going for a walk, just enjoying the weather, be outside. When someone says cooking healthy helps my stress level. Yes. Cooking healthy helps with stress because eating healthy helps with stress. But also get outside. And I'm not gonna pressure y'all to say y'all need to exercise, but at least go outside, especially on sunny days now that the weather is getting a little bit cooler. If you have a yard and you can go outside with your shoes off, with your bare feet in the ground, I know this probably sounds a little hippie-ish, but grounding yourself in the earth helps with your stress, okay? You can just do it while you're watering your yard, or you can just do it like early in the morning when everything the night has passed and you have this fresh morning. Do it then. I do it as often as I remember to do it. Just grounding yourself. Okay. Y'all know we come from the earth. We will return to it. All right. But the earth is full of, the soil. If you are near a beach, even better. It's full of minerals and things that even if, you are deficient in some things, you can get some things that you need naturally from the earth. Okay. And Lita says, I do some exercise. Yes, exercise is great. That's what I do. And eating healthy, it does help with stress because I feel like when I eat healthy, it boosts my mood. I feel better about myself when I eat healthy. Okay, so that's kind of the relationship to healthy eating and stress for me. If I decide to eat something healthy, whether I cook it or I buy it, it makes me feel better about myself because I made a good decision for my health or for my body. So I think that's great. So doing exercise, y'all, eating healthy, all these are great things. I love it. I love it. I love it. So just remember that when y'all are stressing out, you need to make sure you don't wait until it gets out of control. Manage it as soon as you are able to. If you can get out and do some exercise, do it as soon as possible. Don't let that stuff build up, okay? Because y'all know that stress can turn into disgusting disease, illness. It can shut your organs down, shut your body. The longer you wait, the worse it gets. So do what you can as soon as you can. If you have to go outside and scream or kick a tree, girl, do that. Do what you must. All right. Because I want y'all to be healthy and, so let me see. We have been on for how long, y'all? Where's my timer? Where's my time? An hour and 10 minutes. Okay, so let's do a couple more fun questions and then we'll get off of here. I just have some questions that I had. These are so corny. Okay. What's one thing that you cannot leave the house without? So every time you leave the house, and don't tell me like my keys or whatever. Like what's something that if you leave the house and you don't have it, you can't function. I already know what y'all gonna say. I already know. What's a must-have item? Tell me your must-have item When you leave the house, what is gotta be? What is the thing that you have to have when you leave the house? I knew you was gonna say that. I knew you was gonna say water jug. I knew you were gonna say water jug, but I'm waiting to see what everybody else is gonna say because I can guarantee I know what they're gonna say. Oh, Miss Cynthia said my watch. Okay, that's different. I like that. Mine is going to. Mine is my phone. Okay, that's sad. That's sad. That is terrible. But it's so bad that when we get in the car, like when me and my children get in the car, the first thing they say, "Mommy, you got your phone? Mommy, you got your phone?" They know, child. They know. We get if we get half to our destination, and I don't have my phone. We going back. We going back home. Like, sorry, y'all. We is going home. I can't. I can't be without my phone. That's sad. Sad, child. Because I don't know nobody's number. That's another thing, y'all. We got to memorize people's numbers. Because do y'all have people's numbers memorized? Like, do we still do that? Do y'all have anybody of significance number memorized? Somebody that if you don't have your phone, you know you. I do have my sister's number memorized. One of my sisters, I have hers memorized, but I don't know my daughter's number by memory. That's sad. I don't know my mom's number by memory, but I do know one person. So that's I know my sister's. I think that's I just hope she if she answers the phone. As long as she answers the phone when if I'm in distress. I mean, you know. But that's all I know. That's terrible. Miss Wilma says I only know three numbers. Well, that's better. You doing better than me because I know one, and then 911. That's it. So between those two, girl, I don't know. That's sad. I'm gonna do better. That's gonna be my goal before the end of the year is to also know at least three numbers. Miss Cynthia says just my husband's in-house phone. Okay. Well, that's still good. Somebody's gonna answer. Your husband's gonna answer, or somebody in your house is gonna answer the phone. Yes. So good job. But I'm gonna try to learn three. I'm gonna try to learn three numbers. Well, two more because I already know one. Try to learn two more by the end of the year. Okay. Okay. It is about to be fall and winter. How y'all feeling about this cooler weather? I am definitely a spring person. I don't really care for the cold weather. I don't mind the summer. I don't mind it being hot. I just do not like to be cold. And I have a little space heater next to my desk. I turned it on this morning because it was cold. It was like 60 degrees this morning. No, it's like 50. I'm sorry. It's like 50 degrees this morning outside. And I didn't want to turn the heat on in my house, so I turned on my little electric heater. I do not like being cold at all. So how y'all feel about this cold weather coming? I don't like being in the cold. So y'all know my house is probably going to be one of the hot houses. Hot. Just keep it hot. How often can you steam your hair? I don't like When you say steam your hair, what do you mean? Like with a hair one of those one of those portable steamers? I actually like to put on my fall. Yeah, I like to wear the fall and winter clothes, Miss Wilma. I love to wear my boots and my cute sweaters. Yes, but I don't like. cold. I don't like the cold, ma'am. Are you talking about the hair? How often can you steam your hair? Okay, you don't like the winter. We got that. Um, if you're talking about those little steamer things that's all over the intranets, um, what are you steaming your hair for? Are you steaming it for to hydrate or to condition it, or because your hair is dry or damaged? What is the purpose of your steaming? Because weekly, if your hair is extremely damaged or dry, you're steaming. Okay. So I would say if your hair is very dry or damaged, weekly. Okay. If you do it too much, it could probably overhydrate and make your hair feel uh, limp or really, really soft. I think I've never used a hair steamer. So I'm just thinking about what the steaming process would do for your hair and why you would need it more than once a week. I don't think you would need it more than once a week. Um, Unless, like I said, your hair is very dry or damaged. How does your hair respond? When you do the steaming treatments, when you do the steamer, how does your hair respond to it? Does it seem like it's helping, or are you not noticing a difference? Tell me about that. Only time I do have a hooded dryer, but the only time I use it is if I'm deep conditioning. Like if I'm deep conditioning my hair and I put a plastic cap on it, then I'll sit under my hooded dryer. Now I do that as often as I can because I do have um, hair that's on the drier side. I have low porosity hair as well. So does um, my children. So when I condition their hair, we have time. We do a deep condition. We sit under the hooded dryer for that. But steaming, when you said steaming, I thought you meant with one of those hair steaming tools that you see online when people go to the salon. They get their hair shampooed and conditioned, and then they use that steamer to help to hydrate the hair. But if whether or not you're talking about that, I think once a week is fine. That should probably be the most that you use it, but you don't need to use it that often. Okay. So that's what I say about that. Okay. Any other questions? It's five of us still hanging out. Thank y'all again so much for being here. Y'all want to do any more fun questions? Y'all want to do hair related questions, or y'all ready to call it a night? Let's see what's going on. Yes, it's helping. Okay. If you feel like it's helping, that's great. As long as you feel like it's helping. Because if you're doing something and you've been doing a process in your hair for a while and it doesn't seem like it's making a difference, then stop doing it. It might be time to stop doing it. But if you feel like it's helping, because you have to listen to the needs of your hair, you know what your hair is in need of, you know how your hair is responding. So you have to use your best judgment. Um, so yeah, I would say if you say it's helping, then it's helping. Okay, Miss Cynthia said it call it a night. I'm with calling it a night. I think this was a great session. Like I said, we'll try to do these every Thursdays, these Q&A sessions. If you guys come with questions, we can jump right into your questions. That way we're not prolonging it and I'm trying to find things for us to talk about. Okay. You can email me your questions when I post when I do the live post. You can put your questions there and I'll see them. If you think of anything as the week goes on, just put your questions in there. I'll try to get next Thursday's live Q&A posted, notification posted, so that you'll know when that's going to happen. Should be same time every Thursday at 8 o'clock. Okay. All right, y'all. If there is nothing else, I am going to let y'all know once again, I appreciate you joining. If you found these tips helpful, always remember that your healthy hair starts with a healthy scalp. Okay. Don't forget to show your scalp the attention and the love and the nurturing that it deserves. It needs it. I promise you, I talk about this all the time for a reason. Okay. Again, if you did not hit the like button, if you are not subscribed, please do so. And again, if you have questions that you can think of later, you can come back to this chat and add them here. Or you can wait until I post the live notification for next week and you can post your questions there. And I will answer them on next Thursday's live. I'm going to try to upload a video every Monday. So there will be a video, an educational video on the YouTube channel on Mondays. And I'm trying to get it to where I can do Monday and Wednesday, but we're starting with just Mondays for now, so that there's always new content on the channel. There's always information that can help you on your hair health journey. Okay. All right. So I'm glad that you all joined, and I'm going to go ahead and end tonight's live. And I'm going to get ready for bed. Okay. And I will thank you all for watching, and I